Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Tonight's video is going to be the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles Team of the Decade from 2010 to 2020. Before I get into tonight's video, I just want to say that thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. We're currently at 1,038 subscribers. You know, I appreciate all you guys that take the time out of your day or night to watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. So, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and I look forward to putting out more content for you guys in the future. But let's get into tonight's video. The Manly Warringah Sea Eagles Team of the Decade from 2010 to 2020. A very tough list to put together because Manly have had so many great players from 2010 to 2020. So many quality players, and it's really hard to fit everyone in to the 1 to 17. But I've given it a crack. Don't get upset at me if I've forgotten someone, but let me know in the comment section below if there's someone I forgot that you would put in. But let's get into it. So fullback, Brett Stewart. On the wings, George Taufua and David Williams. In the centres, Jamie Lyon and Tom Trbojevic. In the halves, Kieran Foran and Daly Cherry Evans. The front row of Brent Kite and Martin Tapau. The hooker is Matt Ballin. The back row of Glenn Stewart and Anthony Watmough. The lock is Jake Trbojevic, and on the interchange bench, it is Steve Matai, Jason King, Adam Fonua-Blake, and Jamie Buhrer. The coach of the decade is Des Hasler. Now, I know I've definitely left a few players out that other people would have, so let me know in the comment section below right now before I go through the team. You know, is there anyone that I've forgotten? Is there anyone that you guys would swap out and put in? Let me know in the comment section below. But fullback, obviously, I've got Snake, Brett Stewart. I think it's a no-brainer. He had a fantastic career at Manly, a one-club player. Won a grand final for Manly in 2011. Played plenty of State of Origins in his career and was one of the great fullbacks for the Manly Sea Eagles. So, Brett Stewart is the fullback, and I think that is a no-brainer. The wingers, George Taufua and David Williams. Now, George Taufua is still playing for Manly to this day. He loves putting on those big hits. I remember the hit that he put on Cameron Munster. It was like a freaking car running into someone. It just went bang. It was an absolute smash-up. So, George Taufua, he's had a good run at Manly. So, George Taufua was on the wing. Along with the Wolfman, David Williams. Now, David Williams, he scored some fantastic tries for the Manly side. He done some unbelievable things in his career on the wing. What a great player he was. Now, the try that I will remember the most is the 2013 preliminary final against South Sydney, where he scored an unbelievable try in the corner. It was unbelievable, and I think David Williams' run at Manly was fantastic, so he makes the wing along with George Taufua. The centres, Jamie Lyon and Tom Trbojevic. Now, Jamie Lyon, a great captain of Manly. He won a grand final for Manly in 2011, and in 2008, he had a fantastic career, Jamie Lyon, a very underrated player. Could have played more State of Origins, but he was more focused on captaining Manly and trying to get them in the best position possible. And, you know, he was a fantastic player, Jamie Lyon, and a great captain as well. So I think Jamie Lyon's pretty much a no-brainer for this team of the decade. And the other centre is Tom Trbojevic. Now, some people will question why I got him in the centres here. I just feel like he's going to be here somewhere. He's one of the best players in the NRL when he's fully fit. You could argue Steve Matai in the centres and Tommy Turbo on the bench, but I want Tommy Trbojevic in the starting side here, so I got him in the centres, and, you know, whether you play him at fullback, wing, centre, doesn't matter. He'll do a job for you. Definitely a better fullback, but Tommy Turbo, man, he's been fantastic for Manly. He's a one-club player, and I think he deserves to be in this team of the decade somewhere, so I've got Tommy Turbo in the centres. In the halves, Kieran Foran and Daly Cherry Evans. Again, I think these two are an absolute no-brainer. Kieran Foran, he's just gone back to Manly for the 2021 season, so we'll see how he goes. But before that, you know, won a grand final in 2011, had a fantastic 2012, 2013. They lost the grand final, 14, and then I think he went to Parramatta in 2016. So, you know, Kieran Foran's run at Manly was absolutely fantastic. The combination with Cherry Evans was absolutely beautiful. So, Kieran Foran at 5'8" for mine is a no-brainer. The halfback is Daly Cherry Evans, the only real halfback of the decade for Manly. The only time he wasn't halfback is if he was injured or if he was in State of Origin or whatever. But DCE, one of the best halfbacks Manly have had in a very long time, and a great captain, a great leader, a fantastic halfback, a great game manager, and DCE as halfback here was an absolute no-brainer. Now, the front row of, who do I have? Brent Kite and Martin Tapau. Now, Brent Kite, a very good player, played for Manly for a long time, very tough player, a very good front row, a very solid player, you know. Played a couple of Origins. Brent Kite always did a job, and I think he deserves to be in this team somewhere. So I've got Brent Kite starting front row, along with Martin Tapau. Now, Martin Tapau still plays for Manly at the moment. It might be a little bit of a controversial pick having Martin Tapau here, but he's a fantastic player, Martin Tapau. He's been good for Manly ever since he's gone there. He used to have a bit of discipline problems, Martin Tapau, at the Tigers, and you know, but Martin Tapau at Manly's been fantastic, and I think he's fixed up his discipline and he's become more of a leader and a bit of a role model as well, Martin Tapau. So I think he deserves to be in the other front row with Brent Kite. The hooker is Matt Ballin. Matt Ballin, a great hooker for Manly, played one Origin because Cameron Smith was out 1 year. I think that was in 2010 or 11. But, you know, Matt Ballin, a fantastic player for Manly, and I think he's a no-brainer for the hooker position. They haven't had many good hookers over the last decade, Manly, so I think Matt Ballin's a no-brainer for mine. The back row of Glenn Stewart and Anthony Watmoe. Now, Glenn Stewart, what a player he was for Manly. Could play lock or back row. Didn't really matter where you played him because he was great at what he did, and he was a fantastic player, Glenn Stewart. The combination between him and his brother Brett Stewart was just fantastic, and, you know, Glenn Stewart, a great player for Manly. When he went to Souths, I guess there was a bit of regret there, but a great player at Manly, Glenn Stewart, and I think he deserves to be in his team without a doubt. The other back row is Anthony Watmoe. Now, Anthony Watmoe played for Manly for a very long time. Then he went to Parramatta, which probably wasn't the best idea, going to a team that was struggling at the time. But Anthony Watmoe's run at Manly was just fantastic. A great player. Won a premiership for him in 2011. Played fantastic, and most games he was involved in, Anthony Watmoe. So Anthony Watmoe makes the back row along with Glenn Stewart. The lock is Jake Trbojevic. What a player he is, and what a player he has been for Manly. He wants to be a one-club player, and I think he will be, as long as everything goes to plan for Jake Trbojevic. He's a very likeable character, Jake Trbojevic, a great player on and off the field. He's a great leader for Manly, and I think he will go down as a one-club player for Manly, hopefully. It just wouldn't seem right if he was in a different team. So Jake Trbojevic at lock is a no-brainer for mine, and I think he deserves to be in this team. Now, on the bench, first bloke I got is Steve Matai. Now, Steve Matai, you could start him, you could bench him, I don't really care, but Steve Matai was a great player. He was known for his big hits, a bit like George Tafua, but George Tafua pretty much copied them of Steve Matai. And Steve Matai, man, he was a very good centre for Manly. He always did a good job. He always did seem to get injured a fair bit, but he was a really good player, Steve Matai, and I think he deserves to be in this team somewhere, so I've got him on the bench, along with Jason King. Jason King was a very good player for the Seagulls. He played a majority of his career at front row, and he was a very consistent forward for the Seagulls. Jason King always did a good job for Manly, and I think he deserves to be here somewhere, Jason King. So I got him on the bench, along with Addin Fonua-Blake. Now, Addin Fonua-Blake could be a bit of a controversial pick. He's obviously now gone to the Warriors, so I look forward to seeing how he goes there. But his run at Manly was good for Fonua-Blake. He played there for 4 or 5 years, and he always did a job, always ran up forward. I still remember the day where he made fun of Aaron Molan, you know, the cardboard cutout, which was pretty funny, and he, I think he did like this crying thing to the Canberra fans when Manly beat Canberra in 2019 down there in Canberra. He's done some pretty funny things off the field for Fonua-Blake, but what a player he was for Manly, and he's now off to the Warriors for his next journey, so we'll see how he goes, but his run at Manly was good, and I think he deserves to be here somewhere. So I got him on the bench, and the last player is Jamie Buhrer. Now, Jamie Buhrer was a very underrated player for Manly. Could play back row, could play hooker, could play lock, could play centre if he had to. A very versatile forward, Jamie Buhrer. Definitely more of a lock, but like I said, he could play back row, he could play hooker, could play centre if he had to. He was a very underrated player, Jamie Buhrer, and he always did a really good job for Manly when he was there, and I think he deserves to be on the bench somewhere. So Jamie Buhrer makes up the bench, and obviously the coach, Des Hasler. Some would argue Jeff Tuvey. Now, Jeff Tuvey was good at Manly, but if you have a look at Des, you know, like, they won the comp in 2011. They fell short in the preliminary final in 2012. 2013, Jeff Tuvey takes over. They get to the grand final. They fall short. 2014 they go well, and then they fall short again. They go out in straight sets that year, and then 15 they missed the finals, and then I think Trent Barrett took over. 16, 17, 18, and then now Des is back. So I think Des has probably been the best coach for Manly over the last decade. He's the only one that's won a premiership for him, and I think Des Hasler deserves to be the coach of the decade for the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. Now, that's pretty much my Manly Warringah Sea Eagles team of the decade. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate you guys watching this video tonight. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do. There is a link in the description below. So go and follow me on Instagram. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. There is a link in the description below via PayPal. Feel free to do so. But anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thanks for watching tonight's video. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the next one. Righto, guys. See you then.